as well as the other brand that is known as Puma, owned by brothers, but they decided to go separate ways, and it has led to age-old competition. And now we have another one right here in Jinja. 3 teams that represent this particular region. The 2 younger ones, the 2 bulvarous ones, the ones that have the noise ones. They are the top scorers, but also they do definitely have a lot of clean sheets in the bag as well.
Yeah, exactly. They've started the league quite well. They've been scoring goals in droves and also winning games that many would not have expected them to. These were all defenders that Andrew Waiswa. So scoring, at least the strikers did not really fire as much as they should have. And
as a player goes to the ground, and right on the onset, the referee, Mashoud Salih, points to the spot. It looks like for Gaddafi, the nightmare that they thought probably the first 10 minutes they had managed to rouse themselves out of is quickly creeping up on them once again. It won't be just a penalty, there'll be a booking as well here. Yellow card and a penalty to BUL FC.
The last thing that I can imagine Coach Wasabosa would have expected from his side, especially when you're struggling, you don't want to see your team making such mistakes and also falling behind, because you know goals are hard to come by. You need to stay the game as much as possible. But what was Bakaki thinking, raising his arm that high? What was he thinking? Was he going?
For the moment, steps up and buries it quite emphatically there. Just going straight and getting the job done. Not really a lot that the goalkeeper could do it there. For the moment, BUL FC continue to send their fans into delirium here. The fans now walk into each other game expecting that they will have a result. And BUL has not yet disappointed. Something that may not be exactly said of Gaddafi FC yet.
Yeah, definitely, and that is the kind of setback that for Gaddafi, who are still working out to get the confidence and also to get the belief in. You don't want to start giving away goals like they've done, and clearly for me, I don't understand what Shafiq Bakaki was thinking, going with his arm raised that high to try and make it a little more problematic for the defense of BUL FC, but I thought that play, the way he carried the ball was quite slow.
For the moment now, there's a bit of a problem here, and the referee has a decision to make on whether that will count for anything.
Suspicious there, and the way Kaliowa just came in guns blazing with so much force, it could easily have been a penalty in my book. Or maybe a replay will give us a clearer view, and you can see Kalumba raising his hands there, asking the referee, what's that?
Look at that. Had a bit of a challenge earlier on.
That is a penalty, by the way, Jermaine.
I think the contact was
free kick, which I thought that was not executed well. And this one
just comes up here.
Good save there coming in from Emmanuel Kaliowa. If you ask me, I thought that this time, looking at Yunus Sivira, the execution was quite good over the wall, and it was dipping, but good goalkeeping. You must give credit to this man here.
Actually, looks like it struck the upright right there. Comes Johnson Odong, formerly at Police FC. Beautiful, teases his man, and across. Sending the ball up here, looking for Ibrahim Kazindula. Tries to cross the ball in, looking for, again, Frank Kalanda. But Andrew Waiswa with a shove in there. Again, I do dare say, with another instance, that could have easily been counting for something else. And Waiswa might need to be careful. Wasn't looking at the ball.
He was just
wasn't looking, and he was just playing his man.
He was playing his man.
That's easier for them. A much-needed breather they might require. As a long ball comes in, and this could be a breakaway here. But Emmanuel Kaliowa coming in, absolutely no thought of his own personal safety. Flying in where the boots were coming in, raining hard, and manages to keep it quite at bay. There you also have to applaud Brian Kalumba for sportsmanship. Didn't intentionally choose to dive in there, because it could have ended off a little worse for his opponent there. Just skips over and waits for another opportunity.
But good game reading coming in from Emmanuel Kalumba.
Putting his stamp in the game. Try to set the ball up onto one extra wing. Setting it up here for the goal scorer, Ibrahim Kazindula. Does he have support? Tries to beat his man. And waving across that hits the upright. But looks like it had already crossed the line there. Must have weaved in.
Yeah, but it was no bad technique at all. The fact that he could take that ball from that kind of angle and it's able to get onto that upright, I guess it just went out and came back in. Yeah,
actually,
he hit on the top. Give him that opportunity for the 1-2s.
Well, a chance coming up in here now into the box area. Takes a Hail Mary shot. And Hail Mary is emphatically held out here by Emmanuel Kaliowa, but that's an instance that draws applause from both fans. The Gaddafi fans finally now resound the drums, because in that instance, They had an opportunity that they pleasantly dispatched of well. Well goalkeeping, very well goalkeeping here coming in from Emmanuel Kaliowa. Outstanding.
Yeah, definitely. He kept his angles quite well there, holding out.
Definitely bringing you all the action that's coming your way. As a free kick is bent in here. For the moment, it looked like it was counterproductive. Instead, worked out as a defensive mechanism.
Well, that was a good delivery there from Simon Serunkuma, and all it needed was somebody to just brush that ball. You didn't need to lift it. I thought that was, you could see Bakari Magumba, what he was doing there. He just ground when he was playing for Victors, especially in that season when they won the Uganda Cup in 2000.
The man that is the go-to for most of the passes in here. As a chance comes up, lays flash. Ibrahim Kazindura tries to hit, well, rocket of one. Was not on target, went for power rather than precision. Many times they'll tell you that's not exactly going to give you the desired results.
Yeah, the thing is that you can see what BUL are trying to do here. They clearly are just trying to grab at any opportunity that they get near the penalty area. I'll pay the fact that they play some good football, Bryson, so you expect it to be a good one tomorrow.
Chance comes up here, goalkeeper fumbles, ball goes down, and ultimately the opportunity presents itself. They will protest and say their goalkeeper had been fouled, but for the moment, Bakari Magunda is the man that restores parity here for Gaddafi. In a split second, it's finally come full circle here for BUL FC. And the fans are once again back in full force and will continue to celebrate. Scrappy again. It won't matter. It gives them a point. It allows them to have a voice in this derby. You look at that particular highlight. Ball came in.
No, I think that was a foul on the
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper
Was blocked here. You could say
was
they have
pushed out of the way. That was a foul on the goalkeeper. But I guess that can only be seen if you have VR, because you can see what happened to him there. He was pushed out of the way by Andrew Weiss, so that should have been a foul. Clearly, he was fouled, and I guess Salim Masoud did not have a good view of that incident, and clearly also the assistant referee on the far end did not have a clear view. That is Okudra, but that should have been.
It's a free kick, weaved in. It's a delicate one, right into the back of the net. But the referee says it might not count. We might have to have a replay at this one, and the players are now erupting into a fist fight. Cuffs being pulled, necks being choked off. Okay, this is going to definitely require replay, because it looked to me like it had been plain sailing all the way to the goal. I did see an obstruction from the referee. From the players. Waswaposa is bewildered by the decision. A red card straight here, shown to one of the players. We might need confirmation. If I'm not mistaken, that would be Ibrahim Simbe.
Is it or Walter Ochora instead?
Okay, now this is real pandemonium that is descending the stage here. It's really going cuckoos right here. Ibrahim Musala is the man in Musongola Isabide Alex. Looks shell-shocked for the moment. Let's see this. The ball comes in.
Anyway. Just look at that.
Once again,
yeah,
he bumped.
Yeah, exactly, into the goalkeeper.
Similar situation.
And in fact, there was even an offside. If you look at that replay, when the ball is played in, they're already in an offside position, the Gaddafi players. And that's the trick that they played on BUL earlier on in getting that equalizer, and they do exactly the same thing to try and get a still not really under so much threat as you would have expected from Gaddafi, and Gaddafi don't seem to be causing so much havoc.
Well, a shot here that just whistles wide. Coming extremely close, literally quite catching Vianney short of words here.
Oh yes, I almost swallowed my tongue
Chitata
there.
standing on the spot, and then finding that angle that had beaten the entire defense. The goalkeeper was beaten, and he will have a sigh of relief, because that could have quite easily on any other day ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah, exactly. It appears like I'm the one who started.
Little under 8 minutes left to play here into the box area. This time the goalkeeper fumbles, and a chance here for a rebound shot. Simon Serukuma, but he flicks it too high. And the opportunity, just like that, just as Fico as Lady Fate, twists, dances right in front of you. Before you can catch her, she's gone.
Well, the idea was good coming from Simon Serukuma, controlling that ball with his left and trying to pocket. I just think that if he only had got the direction on, you see, he just lobbed it instead of if he had tried to just poke it.
And the referee will not waste any further time. but quickly brings this one to a close. It's been nothing short of a fervent performance from both teams. Really heated up here, fiery at some places, bordering on maniacal madness, but in some instances eventually coming down and giving us a true sense of the beautiful game for the neutrals who actually gathered in to watch this one. Ibrahim Caesar Kazindula giving the lead to BUL FC from the penalty spot in that instance, where Bakaki Shafiq had handled the ball within his box area